I'd like you to meet Jack. Jack is a bit of a gambler, but I've promised to help him out with his debts as long as he does two things. One, he performs some of his magic for you, and the other, that he turns himself around, and he's promised he's going to do both. So, I'm going to give him this £10 note if he can perform some magic for you. Now, all playing cards have magical powers. The Joker, as I've shown you in one of my other magic performances, can appear and disappear from wherever to wherever he wants, whenever he wants, and he used that ability to save those queens who were captured by the warring kings and held in their dungeons and about to die. That's my teleporting queens routine. Please go and watch it after this. If you haven't, it's very worthwhile. It's a very, very good video. But the Jack's got a different ability, and he literally is going to turn himself around. You can see if I fold him up in this banknote that he is facing outwards, and when I push him through, he's still facing outwards. The only way he can turn himself around is if I physically turn him around and fold him the other way, and when I do that, he is totally turned around all the way. But that's me turning him around, and he's got to learn to do things himself, and so we're going to help him to do that by performing some magic with him. And this is his remarkable skill. I am going to fold him into this note, and I'm going to fold him again so that he is facing out. And I'm going to snap my fingers, and that's his cue to perform his magic. And now it's his chance to turn himself around. And after I've clicked my fingers, like so, and when I push him down, we can see that he literally is turning himself around inside that money. I can push him back through, and he's turned himself back the other way. And there we can see he is totally turned around. But we don't know if he's going to give up his gambling problem. We want to make sure that he can do this again if he falls apart. So let's do this again. Let's fold him up inside that banknote. And we can click our fingers and push him through and show you that he has turned round all the way. And there he is. And when I click my fingers again, he can turn the other way all around. Now, that being very remarkable, and there he is again, I can show you this one last time. I fold the banknote around him. I fold him so he faces out. And I snap my fingers, and I can actually show you that he has turned himself totally throughout the whole of the card until I make him do his magic, and then when I push him through, you can see how he really has turned himself around. We can always stop this. Now, what I didn't tell you was Jack owes his money to me. And it's been a while. He's been dodging his payments. And so, I'm going to teach Jack a lesson, even though he said he's going to turn himself around. I'm going to show him what happens if he doesn't pay me his money back. There, we can see that he's facing inside here. But if I pull him out here, he is now half inside and half outside. This in performance can be given out, and you can see that those joins will match absolutely, and there is nothing left inside that banknote. Don't worry about him. He will be able to restore himself at a later date, but that is the magical turning himself around, inside out and upside down. Jack, the gambling Jack.